the driver's parade. I know. But the good thing is big smoke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry, I have my hat. Yes. Great. Thank you. Where'd you watch from? I'm in turn 1. Cottage corner.
Well, Lando, you had one lap to get the job done yesterday in qualifying, and you did it. You smashed it out of the park to get pole. Just how satisfying was it to do it under all of that pressure?
Yeah. Yesterday was a good day for us. I did everything I needed to do. The car's been fantastic all weekend, so it's always difficult around here, no matter what. But I'm excited for today. It's not going to be an easy race, but excited to see what we can do.
That race pace looked pretty tasty in Friday practice. This car's been pretty much fast every circuit we've gone to. How much confidence does it give you today to try and convert that into P1?
I mean, that's our target today, right? So I'm confident we can. I'm confident.
Great stuff. Best of luck today, Lando. Thank you. Max, well, you were in a world of pain at the start of the weekend, but you turned it around in a massive way to get the front row today. Just how surprised were you to having an empty track in front of you for the start of today's race?
Yeah, it was a good turnaround, you know, so I'm happy with that. And yeah, I hope we can have a strong race today. It's going to be for sure a long and tough race for everyone. But yeah, I hope that we have a good race car.
You've got your friend, your title rider alongside you. You've got some fast Ferraris, McLarens, Mercedes behind you. Just how hard is it going to be to really be in the fight for that win today?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, it's always very difficult to judge where we'll be in the race, but I'm confident that we can have a good one.
Tyre temperature's been a massive topic this weekend. From your perspective, did it really feel like you'd built some rhythm and understanding and comfort with the car on that side?
I think we did the best we could with the information that we got from the long runs as well. So yeah, we'll just go in there and try to have a good race. And of course, I hope to put a bit of pressure on.
Great, Simon. A few words in your own language, please.
Ja, tot nu toe best wel lastig begin van het weekend. Daarna goed snel om kunnen draaien. En ik hoop nu dat we gewoon een sterke race kunnen rijden.
Great stuff. Thank you very much.
Again? Why just
So the camera died.
I'm not getting paid double.
Lando, I know the camera died the first time around, so thanks for... Lando, I know the camera died the first time around, so I'm really sorry about that, so thanks for doing this interview again. But hey, you're on pole, so you should be a happy guy, right?
Yeah, but pole is just pole. It's not a race win, is it? So, I mean, it was a good day yesterday. It's been a great weekend so far. I would like to finish it off how the whole weekend's been so far, which is on top. But yeah, we've got a lot of quick cars behind me. It's still a long race. Many things can happen, but excited to see what we can do.
You were talking yesterday about feeling super connected with the car. You haven't made many tweaks with the car this weekend. Just how critical is that when you're building confidence, say, going into this race? Because it's a long one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you need a good car, but you also you still have to drive it well. You know, and I feel like I've been on top of my driving this weekend, and I feel like I've been comfortable with the car, and that's always a good combination of things. So yes, it's important, especially when you need to look after the tires and you need to be quick and look after the tires at the same time. It's always a difficult combination of things to get right, but I feel like we can do it this weekend, and we can do it today. So yeah, just get my head down and go from there.
Just one final question. You've obviously got your friend and title rival alongside. You've got the Mercedes, which is maybe a bit of a surprise behind you. How much of a threat are they? Because the pack's been so tight, hasn't it, up front?
Yeah, I mean, it's not for me to control, is it? You know, I focus on myself and, like I said, get my head down. But it would be nice if they battled a little bit and let me get away a touch. But I don't really expect much. I think they're still going to be quick. But they've had more difficulties and troubles this weekend comparing to us. So, yeah, I'll stick to my own game plan and just go from there.
Best of luck out there. Thanks, Lando. Thank you. Lewis, I was just saying I like your hot weather setup because it's going to be a hot one out there, but at least you're starting from P3 on the grid, your best qualifying for ages. You must be delighted with your performance. I know you've been honest about how tough qualifying's been this year.
Oh, so happy. Well, firstly, it's roasting here, so it didn't help with my outfit this morning. But yeah, this is one of the races we lose a lot of weight. It's the hottest day we've had so far here, so I don't know how that will translate to the evening. But yeah, qualifying's been a challenge, and geez, the amount of work that everyone has done to change the setup and try and get the car in a better place. Every time we put it on track, it just didn't work. So we've got some work to do to make sure our simulations are better for the future, but super, super happy for us to be third and fourth yesterday, and it puts us in a good position to try and capitalize on that, if not hold on to our positions.
How do you think you got it together? Because I know you're always good around here. I saw a stat, always in the top 5 and 15 attempts around here on the grid. What is it about this place that kind of connects you to the circuit?
I don't know if I feel necessarily massively connected to this track. I mean, I feel like I've been okay on street circuits over the time, but I mean, it's a late braking circuit where you really have to throw a lot of speed through corners, but a bit more go-kart-esque through some of these corners where I've always been really comfortable around the walls. But we've struggled recently just not being able to turn the car, and so finally yesterday that switched. It went probably a little bit too much the other way. But I love an oversteering car, so.
And just finally, for a change, you're not deep in the pack, only got 2 cars in front of you. Do you think you can go after them today?
I think Lando's going to walk it if he gets his start right, and I think I hope that we can compete with Max maybe.
Good luck today, Lewis. Thanks very much. George, so much support out there for you, for Mercedes, and you really gave them something to celebrate after turning things around yesterday. How did you do it? Because it looked difficult on Friday.
Yeah, I don't know how we did it. It was definitely the worst Friday we've had for as long as I can remember, and then suddenly lining up the second row with Lewis, really proud of the team, because that was a big turnaround for us. And we have to see today what we can do. I hope we can fight with Max. I think Lando's just going to be a bit out of reach.
Generally speaking, the race pace on Sunday has been good. Is that what gives you the confidence that maybe you can go after Max?
I think so. It's going to be interesting. I think he's going to be going quite hard at the beginning to try and get ahead of Lando, and maybe if those two are battling with one another, we can capitalise. But I think if Lando's leading after turn one, I think he's going to sail off into the distance.
And just from a physical point of view, you know how tough this race is. You have to be on it right until the last moment around here.
Right until the very last lap.
Hopefully the lightning doesn't strike twice. But in terms of that, it's a really demanding race, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. You can't take a second to relax, and I describe it like it's kind of like you're locked in a sauna, and the longer you're in there for, it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It's like the temperature's being turned up the longer you're in there. But you know, it's the same for everyone. We've all prepared for it. It's not meant to be easy. You're going to be losing a lot of water. It's going to be fun.
Have fun out there then. Thanks. Oscar, I felt you were super tough on yourself yesterday, but I know that means it was only because you know what could have been achieved. Today's a new day, you've got your smile on your face, it's a bit of a reset, and you've got a very fast car underneath you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yesterday was definitely not ideal, but yeah, focus is now fully on the race. You know, like you said, we've got a quick car underneath us, and whilst it's not the easiest track to overtake at, it's not Monaco, it's not impossible, so we'll see what we can do. Try and put on a show for the plenty of Aussies that are here, which is cool to see. So yeah, we'll see what we can do, but definitely trying to go forward.
What is going to be the key to try and get on top of the two Mercedes in front of you? I guess they're slightly out of position based on the race pace on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it depends a little bit. We'll see what I can do at the start. You know, the earlier I can get through them, the better it makes my race. So we'll see what we can do, but we've got some options on the table. You know, having both of them together is a benefit for them in some ways, but you know, a pain in some. So we'll see what we can do, but it's a long race. A lot can happen around here, and you know, got the two Ferraris coming from a bit further back, Checo. So there's a lot of things to watch out for today.
Talking about confidence, it really felt like you built that through the weekend. I think maybe you didn't have the rhythm. Now you've got that rhythm. How important is it around a street circuit like this?
It's everything, really. You know, through pretty much all of practice, I felt very disconnected from the car, I would say. And FP3, I felt much more comfortable, but the gap was still pretty big. And then into qualifying, it just seemed to come alive for me much more, and the pace was much better. So you know, on the one hand, I'm disappointed that the qualifying didn't go to plan, but on the other hand, I'm happy that it went wrong because of a mistake rather than scratching my head of how to find so much pace. So I think they say every cloud has a silver lining.
Well, best of luck today, Oscar. Have fun out there. Thank you. Nico, I'll bring you in.
Not that long, man. Make it short.
He was just a couple of questions, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Depends how chatty you are, Nico. P6 on the grid today. Kevin was P6 last year. What is it about this place where the Haas just seems to go pretty well on one lap?
I think hopefully it's a bit a different story in the race as well this year, but I think in general our package has been competitive this year, and yeah, we managed to do a very clean, good quali yesterday, maximized everything basically, and yeah, we'll try or intend to do the same today.
When you were looking at the data and the team were looking at the data, do you reckon they've got the race pace to like hold off the Williamses behind, maybe fight with Fernando today as well, maybe make a bit of progress?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's not going to be easy. You know, we have to work for it. We have to stay clean and faultless like always, you know, the usual stuff. But I think we have the pace to challenge them for sure. We'll start ahead, and obviously we'll try to keep it that way.
And just a few words in your own language. See, I promised I'd keep it short. A few words in your own language.
Ja, natürlich sehr zufrieden. Super Quali gestern gehabt. Wollen es natürlich heute weiterführen und zu Ende bringen und uns belohnen mit einem Top-Resultat.
Great stuff. Thank you. Fernando, I felt like this was yet another time where you've outperformed that Aston Martin. I know how difficult it's been this year. Was it extra satisfying when it felt like you maybe extracted as much as you could out of that package?
Yeah, I think yesterday was a very good day for us, for sure. In terms of position, we are not the 7th fastest this weekend, but we will start P7, so that's a good news. But yeah, the race, I expect, is going to be very long. A lot of tire management and yeah, completely out of position. So yeah, long race ahead, but we will do our best.
What is the key to trying to stay in the points when you know the top 4 teams, if they perform to their maximum, they're going to take those top 8 points?
To see the checkered flag, I think this race, proves many times that you need to see the checkered flag. There are a lot of things going on until the last lap. So we saw in Baku 2 weeks ago, we gained 2 positions in the last 2 laps. So yeah, that's the aim for today. Do a good race, execute it well, and benefit from whatever happens in front of us.
I know it's not the kick that you get out of getting victories and podiums and silverware, but do you still get pretty satisfied when you get the most out of the car and you do the best of what you can do?
Sure. I mean, we try every 2 weeks, we race for this kind of feelings and emotions. So yeah, happy with yesterday's performance.
And just a few words in your own language to finish, please.
Bueno, va a ser una carrera seguramente complicada, difícil. No tenemos quizás el ritmo para estar tan adelante como salimos. Así que, bueno, listo para divertirme, aprovechar cualquier oportunidad que salga adelante nuestro y ojalá acabar los puntos.
Great stuff. Thanks so much, Fernando. Go well. Yuki, I'll bring you in. Yuki, that was a phenomenal qualifying yesterday. I know you've had 3 tough Grand Prix when you haven't been able to get the most out of the car. What do you think made the difference so far this weekend in Singapore?
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for us. It's still they are one of the biggest competitors in front of us, so it's going to be a tight fight for sure in the race, but we'll do as much as we can, and for sure I will enjoy this heat.
It looks like you got a lot of confidence in the car around here. Do you feel really connected to it around here this weekend?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the car felt pretty good compared to previous races. So yeah, I think we're not in a bad place. Obviously, like this kind of straight circuit and like kind of this heat, anything can happen, especially tire side. So yeah, keep an eye on that tires, and obviously strategy will be very important. Like this, it's not easy to overtake this track. So yeah, we have to maximize it.
And just to finish, can I get a few words in your own language, please?
今日は数々の日本の国旗の見えて、すごく今のドライバーズパレードの中でもすごくパワーをもらいました。そのパワーを生かして最大限ポイントに向けて頑張っていきたいなと思います。
Great stuff. Best of luck, Yuki. Thank you very much. Charles, if I bring you in. Charles, I know yesterday was a really tough day. I could see the frustration, but it's a new day today. How are you feeling? How are you resetting after yesterday?
It's a completely new day today, and fully motivated to turn the situation around. Of course, Singapore is not the best track to recover a bad Saturday, but at the same time, everything can happen. It's a city track. The race will be long, tiring. Mistakes can happen, and strategy is going to be important. So we need to be on it on all these kind of things, and I hope that, in Zandvoort and in Monza, I said a miracle had to happen, and to be honest, it did happen twice. So I hope, today we need a miracle, and I hope it will happen again.
So for 3rd time lucky, I guess when you look at the race pace so far this year, it's always been strong. Time management has genuinely been a really strength for you. That must give you a lot of confidence today, even if overtaking is hard.
I have little doubts that the race pace will be strong today, but I don't know. I mean, to overtake is going to be extremely difficult, so it's not like we can rely on that. We need to rely on strategic choices, a little bit of luck, and then we'll see where we end up at the end of the race.
Well, best of luck with that. Can I get a few words in your own language as well to finish?
Oui, ça a été un week-end qui avait bien commencé vendredi. Malheureusement, hier, tout ce qui pouvait ne pas aller n'est pas allé. Et donc voilà, on part 9e aujourd'hui. C'est un autre jour, une opportunité de bien faire. J'ai pas beaucoup de doutes que la performance sera là, mais malheureusement, sur un circuit comme ça, pour doubler, ce sera compliqué. Mais on va tout faire pour essayer de retourner la situation. Et à Monza et à Zandvoort, j'avais dit qu'il nous fallait un miracle pour faire un très bon résultat. On a gagné, on a fait 3e, je crois, donc c'était un miracle. J'espère qu'aujourd'hui, il y en aura un troisième miracle qui arrivera.
Great, so best of luck today, Charles. Thank you. Carlos, I'll bring you in. Carlos, a really difficult day, obviously, yesterday in qualifying, but you know how good you are around this track. How much confidence does that give you today to try and rescue something out of today?
Yeah, it's been honestly a very hard weekend up until now with many problems through practice and obviously my mistake yesterday in qualifying, but the good thing is still more than 60 laps race to do. We start P10 and we can still make up for the losses of yesterday, so we will give it everything and see if we can finish in the top 5.
I was going to say how much is possible. Is it too much to ask for a podium based on the fact that you've got very good tyre management, haven't you?
Yeah, I think a podium is honestly optimistic. Obviously, it's still Singapore, it's tough to overtake, and a podium, you would need something happening, safety cars, people getting it really wrong. But if not, we will try everything and see where that takes us.
Best of luck. Can I get a few words in your own language to finish, please?
Sí, ha sido un fin de semana bastante complicado hasta ahora. Hemos tenido muchos problemas en los libres y en la clasificación con un error mío ayer, pero todavía queda toda la carrera por delante para remontar y deshacerse del mal trago de ayer, así que iremos a por ello.
Great stuff. Good luck, Carlos. Thank you very much. Okay, Daniel, I know yesterday was a really tough day, but you got a bounce in your step and you know that anything can happen, especially around here. Just talk me through how you're feeling.
I always feel better on race day. I think look, qualifying is one of those ones where you don't get it together. It's really more frustrating than the race sometimes, because it sets up the weekend. So it's always a hard one to swallow, I guess, when you're out in Q1. But yeah, obviously today's a long one. It's hot, as always. Maybe something happens, maybe it doesn't, but obviously, we come in with a little bit of optimism that we could maybe make something happen.
Even if it is super tough to overtake around here, the pace on Friday was really strong. The long run pace looked good as well. Does that give you some optimism or extra optimism that you can still salvage something out today?
Maybe. It's really just, they've obviously added the extra DRS zone. I think it's still going to be tricky, but let's see if it does play a part. And then I think you're going to see mixed tyres. So strategy, also will play a part here and see, there's some opportunities, I hope. So let's hope it's not a follow the leader race and a bit's going on.
Well, best of luck. I'll let you go because your friends have done a runner. See you later.